Hi everyone, it's Melizzle back for another Sims 4 build. Thanks for returning to my channel. I hope you liked the last video and I hope you like this one. Well, today we are actually working with a cabin in the woods. Actually, it's not really the woods. As you can see on the left there, we are in a neighborhood. I just set up some trees to simulate the woods because I don't have the vacation pack yet. I'll get it when it's on sale. I thought about doing like a cabin today because one of my favorite childhood memories is when me and some of my family, along with my parents, of course, went up to a cabin in North Carolina, I believe. I was really young, like back when I was 4. I actually have this burn on my leg. My dad used to have this car, and I don't know, it had like this metal flip where the key went to the trunk. And they used to tell me never to lean on it because it got really hot. And me being all excited for our vacation, totally leaned on it, trying to pack up the trunk, burned myself. I was in so much pain during the whole vacation, but it was still so enjoyable and it's like one of my favorite memories still today. So I've placed a wraparound deck here. I wanted to see if the game allowed for you to put a pool in the decks, and it actually does. So I thought it would be kind of like a cool little addition to our cabin here. So I'm just setting myself up as I work on the facade here. Um, those of you who watched the first video know that I actually play on Xbox and I use the Upload Studio to film. I actually have to kind of go in with a plan because I can't edit in between my clips or anything. This is actually my second time building this cabin. I first built it with a trial run just to get an idea of what I wanted to do, and like slept on it for a day and thought about some things that I liked and some things that I absolutely hated and then came back to do the actual build. Everything that you see me doing in this video and my other videos, like I had to just go in and make it happen. I kind of had to already know what I wanted to do, otherwise risk having to cut out some things. This one I actually had to cut out a lot of things that I liked, and some of the clips got absolutely ruined, but I'll try to make note of them as I go along. So working on the front porch here, you may notice like I obviously did the roofing already. You see some of the roofs like sticking out the sides of the house, and on the upper roof you can see it's like a little bit uneven. That totally ticked me off during the whole build, but I had to finagle with some things later to fix it as I went along with the build, so that'll be fixed later on. I faced the house, like kind of inward from the lot instead of toward the street, just because I wanted to have that woodsy feel and to give wider space for the actual house itself. I do like how that turned out. The deck went pretty well too. I thought that it was really cool how the game allows you to put pools in the deck, and you can actually have a custom tool to let you like kind of draw the pool as you like it. So that you'll see that gets to wrap around later as well. The paneling or the siding that I'm using on the house is actually called Cabin in the Woods, so that's perfect. It had quite a few colors and it looks really nice. This is actually part of the base game. I don't believe that I really used too much from any other pack. All I have is City Life, and I know that I used like a bench from City Life later on, but other than that, I believe I use everything from the base game. So that either makes me very cool or very lame. Probably the latter. You may have seen me trying to like put a roof on the balcony I've just placed there. I didn't like anything or really the idea of it there, so I decided to make that a little outside area as well. So The foundation of the house, I went with one that's kind of like a, I don't know, like kind of like a fencing situation. I don't really use a lot of foundations. I'm from Florida. I'm used to houses being flat on the ground, but I think it really adds to the charm of the cabin here. So I definitely got to step out of my comfort zone a little bit. Um, I really liked the placement of the trees. Like the base game itself comes with so many trees that it was really pretty easy to kind of give like a woodsy feeling or like a more secluded feeling, like you're really on a retreat. Excuse that house at the bottom there with their little fake garden. So the game comes with so much wood flooring, and I always feel kind of silly when I have a preference on the wood flooring because most of them are not that different. It's a lot of minute details. So the one that I chose, I really feel like complemented that cabin in the woods paneling and really made the facade of the house feel pretty like cohesive. Now the door situation on the other hand is not going for me. I was very unhappy with the doors that I had, and I kept switching them out and out and out and out and out. And I'm still right now not happy with the one. Like, ew, look at that. Like, why doesn't it look like it's part of a cabin? Ugh. Well, I'll just have to accept it. So the one on the deck is much better, but it just didn't look too great on the front of the house. I did try it, but that is actually one of the parts I ended up cutting out. So, those windows are okay. I really put them just to give myself some light as I started working on the inside of the house, but I ended up keeping them because I actually quite like them, and the size of them kind of like just feels like built into the cabin, which I would love if it were actual real logs, but we work with what we have. So I'm drawing the outline of the two bedrooms, and then it's going to be a shared bathroom in the middle there. The first time that I did this build, I actually had the one bedroom on the left there downstairs, the bathroom kind of in the middle under the staircase that I'm going to put, and then that large bedroom in the front here is like the master bedroom. I actually had it upstairs, but this effect that I like to do that you'll see in a moment wasn't working out with the bedroom upstairs, so on my rebuild I decided to take another approach. So as you can see, I have a nice large space for me to work with here at the top. So I am right now putting some fencing at the top of the staircase because I really like to have like an overlook. So I'm setting myself up for that right now. I'm going to end up demolishing the floor that you see that roof sticking out. I'm going to demolish that part of the floor so that if you're upstairs, you can actually look down over into the rest of the house. And so I'm also having to finagle with the roof because instead of the game automatically snipping the roof so that it's not inside, it actually, I don't know, just lets it be in the house. So you can see me getting frustrated with it, like, how can I move this? I end up actually moving that roof off of the house, so it's technically like floating in the middle of the air. And then I just like extend the look of it to give the illusion that it's connected to the house. But we know in a real life situation, the carpenter or a contractor or whatever would have it together for us. So, and then that's just something that just kind of gets annoying with the console controls. It's not very easy to place things, and so I kind of have to move around things a lot and get frustrated, but the end result is worth it. See, I got the roof where it needs to be. Another regret that I'm having right now as I record is that I see that my little overlook situation actually looks into the master bedroom, which is not what I wanted. So what I will have to do, like when I actually use this in actual gameplay, is that upstairs area, I'll just extend um, the corner of it to create a roof for the bedroom and then just put some more fun stuff for them to do over there in that corner. So, not a big deal, but it's a little bit of a regret right now. So, I'm going to start working on the kitchen now, which I really enjoyed. I kind of tried to go with a country kitchen feel and not make it like too over the top. It's pretty much just the basic, exactly what this family would need. Um, I imagine just like a two-parent family, a couple of kids. I think in particular maybe two girls this time. I thought about two boys last time, but um, as you can see, I'm using the different types of countertops to create a more cohesive feel. This refrigerator that I put in just now is like an old-fashioned refrigerator, and I don't use it too much, but I really like that they put it in because the black version of it looks like a vending machine. So when I'm building like my gyms or my community pools and rec centers and everything, I really like to put the black version of that refrigerator there so that it's like there's a vending machine. And plus, my Sims won't get too complainy if they're all like, "Oh, I'm hungry. Da 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 da. Why are you making me work out for 12 hours?" Because you've gotten too big. That's why. So I have put this modern stove, and I'm so depressed because there is an old-fashioned stove that I put in the original build that I forgot to when I was filming to do this one. I was so concerned with trying to not take up too much time and making sure that I followed my plan, and I completely forgot about it. It's like a wood burning stone that looks very like Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, and it's so nice. Like, I'm so hurt that I forgot about it. So that will also be a change that I will be making in my actual gameplay. So I'm putting in the cabinets now. The cabinet ends, especially with the exposed plates, it's just really charming here in this kitchen. It's actually, the kitchen maybe turned out even a little bigger than I thought it was going to be, but it's still very basic. There are a lot of other functions that the cabinetry can do that I didn't add, and I added a very simple island to just give them a little more counter space should they want it. So, and I'm still trying to work on my clutter game. I was struggling with the spice rack the last time, and I don't even think I tried it this time, but just some little things that they need: spatulas, paper towels. I don't think I used the fruit bowl today. I think I used like a coffee cup holder and like a water pitcher. I initially put this hanging pot situation up because I think it's so cool. I like to put it in the homes, but then I saw this rustic one that would look way nicer with our cabin. So after making sure that there was something else that I might like, I went ahead and put that in as well. I think I deleted it, but I also put in like the knife block in the light brown color. And yeah, I think that's what I did. So here, this is a very simple dining space. I first intended to do like a 5-chair situation, like with like someone sitting at the head of the table. It actually didn't turn out the way that I envisioned, but you see me trying to place it. I'm like, I know I can do it, and it looks nice, right? No, it doesn't. Our instincts know that it doesn't look nice and that we need to delete it. It's not happening. It looks so lonely at the other end of the table, and so I did delete it. But a simple rug, and for the centerpiece, I used this, it's kind of like a manual, kind of like coffee maker situation in the gold color. Um, and then I just moved over the rug and everything to kind of line up with the window. Like it's really stressing me out. Like even though I know I'm getting ready to move that because it's in the past, it stresses me out that the dining room that is not lined up with the window. Not that it should matter. I guess it should stress me out more that I did not put any blinds up. I very rarely do, and maybe I should. I don't know. Do you guys think that would look nice? Let me know down in the comics. Did I say comics or comments? Let me know in the comments. So, I also tried to replace the lighting that I had put in the house. Like I'd initially put all those little disc lights just to help me see better, especially with this wood paneling or the walling. It got very dark on the inside, and even though I have my day set to morning and it's enough light coming in, like it's just really dark and I can't get the full effect. So as I'm putting in the real decorations and furnishings, I'm also switching out some light fixtures. That square light fixture that I have actually has kind of like a almost like a plaid stripe texture to it, so it goes really cool, of course, with our cabin. There are like these wooden blocks that I always forget about. And when I was trying to decorate, I actually saw them. I was like, let me put them all over the house, which I did, as you can see. But there's just lots of like homey and like cozy decor that they have with the base game just to give us that nice warm feeling. I wanted to put this cool wine rack in. I had no idea where to put it, but I always like it so much. I've not used it in a build at all yet. And I didn't want to give up on it. Another thing, because I can't cut out as much as I like, when I go in to a menu to do my build, I pretty much have to just commit to using something from there. Otherwise, it will just look so silly in my video. So I try not to back out of any menu. So once I pick the thing, I just try to do it. So I wanted to try to, even though we're out in the woods, I wanted to add some greenery to the inside of the house as well, not just in the furnishings, but I wanted to put some plants in, bring the outdoors in so that when we're out here in this cabin, like we're like just disconnected from our phones, computers, TVs, all of that stuff, and just really getting back to family and so this is the living space upstairs in that like look over area. So like I was just saying about making, trying to be disconnected and everything, there aren't, aside from one radio, there aren't any electronics in the house. This living area has the fireplace and a little couch, and there's supposed to be another little seating area, which I believe I forgot in this build. Those doors lead to that balcony area that I was talking about. I put that bonsai plant out there and a painting easel so that, they can have some artsy activities. And there's also a game area. So there's the card table where the whole family can play together, and a chess area. Just, some of the Sims, they like certain things. Out here on the deck, I'm placing the fancy grill and my bench that I was talking about from the City Living pack. It has all kinds of cool designs to it. I chose to go with like this sapphire blue one. I just thought it matched the house really nicely, but it has all kinds of like bright yellows and pinks and everything. So really any occasion. I'm also placing an umbrellaed dining table with some chairs on the other side of the pool. I love the striped ones. They remind me of the Sweeney Todd, the movie version, the sequence where the woman is like singing to Sweeney Todd about like how awesome their life will be when they're living by the beach and everything, even though they're killing and eating people. But it just like had like lots of stripes and everything, and I love that sequence. And so in a lot of my builds I end up using that beach chair. This is the shared bathroom on the indoors. So I wanted to make sure that whether, there's toddlers or adults, kids, whatever, I use the tub that's the join bath and shower. So at any stage, all of the Sims can use this restroom. I tend to pretty much just like the fancy baths, but I'm trying to keep it simple. So, kind of like in more like simpler living, I definitely want to use the counters to place the sink. I'm usually a fan of the kind of spa looking sinks, but I like the idea of pretending to give the Sims some storage space, like as though they would ever use it or that they could. I also try to be on my clutter game here in the bathroom. You'll see later that I added some like colognes and tissues and stuff to the kitchen. I'm sorry, to the lame bathroom counters. And just a little decor. I actually also added like some little tidbits that they have, things like toilet paper rolls and everything, but I cut that out because I don't know, the console version anyway, doesn't let you place it properly on the first setup, and I always have to do awkward angles and stuff that are just not appealing on camera. So this is the children's room. Again, I kind of imagined two girls, not necessarily twins. I know I gave them the same bed, but not twins. And this is just like a little space for them to play or whatever if they want. I feel like they'll mostly be outside. Actually, off of the deck, I added a monkey bar set for them to play on as well. So, but there's nothing wrong with giving them a little something to do inside. Sometimes they want to play pretend or whatever. The game has cool toy chests, and you don't have to buy all the toys individually. And the game also has like really cool doll houses. I placed one, but there's like 4 different ones. Like I went with a more simpler one, but they have ones that are like modern buildings. They have like a princess castle, and I went with one that was just kind of like a basic dollhouse because I don't want them to be too enamored with it. Like it's nice, but still it's just basically like kind of what they need. I want them to go outside anyway. I don't think any of my Sims have ever played with any dollhouses that I bought them, so I guess it'll just sit there and be a waste. Actually, the Sims like to destroy the dollhouses, so I guess my Sim can build their handiness skill by repairing the dollhouses. I always like to do this thing where I can put the things off-centered, like that toy chest, and it just wasn't working for me because you need so many squares and such. And I don't think using the free placement would have worked in that situation because I think it still considered the items as overlapping. So I had to move on with my life for that. So there's our basic dollhouse, which the girls can play with whenever they move in. And again, no drapes. I should put drapes in, right? I guess so. I mean, who's looking? They're in the middle of nowhere in my mind. So my clip of me setting up the master bedroom was completely ruined. I don't know why Upload Studio does this sometimes, but like I played the 2 clips over and over, tried to restart the system and everything, and it was just a frozen screen. So we'll just have to see the whole of the master bedroom when I do like the final walkthrough. I kept it pretty simple. Things like a little sitting area for the parents, bedroom, the bed off-centered. But here's the final walkthrough because the build is finished at this point. So here's that dining area, the kitchen, the nice country kitchen, which I would love to cook in, even if it doesn't have my Snow White stove. We have the girls' room. You see, we put the ladybug rug in there. And there you can see all the decor in the country bathroom. So this is the master bedroom, even though it's not that great. The deck area, I wish I would have shown you guys how it looks in the evening. It's so beautiful. There's that other seating area I was talking about upstairs. And then the entirety of the cabin with the roofs fixed, our monkey bars and everything. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this build. Let me know how you felt about it and support me in my adventure of getting better. Here are the floor plans. Please enjoy and thanks for watching. Have a good one.